Yeah, the live stream has started. Okay. So today is the very auspicious day of Ekadashis. Okay. So in our Vedic calendars, right, we have different calendars. Some calendars they follow the moon. Okay. It's based on the lunar traversing, and some of them are based on the solar. Okay. So from the north in India, especially earlier, it was throughout the world we were using the Vedic calendars, but now it is just only in India. So, um, so there are many states which follow, some of them follow the lunar way, and some of them follow the solars calendars. So all the people who follow the solar calendars, right, they have the starting of the year, you know, in April, especially in April, it will come. It's beginning of their year. And for lunar calendars, it will be end of March to the first or second week of April again. Just 15 days here and there is a gap. Okay. So within that year, we have like 12 months again. And within this month, we have Tithi. Tithi means the day. Okay. Uh, and we have like 15 days, like the waxing moon and the waning moon. Waning moon is like the reducing moon, which we say uh, Krishna Paksha. Krishna means, it is like dark, blue, dark. So Krishna Paksha, that means that 15 days is basically, it becomes darker. So it is waning moon. Then Shukla Paksha means waxing moon, increasing moon. Okay. So in both these two pakshas, like each paksha is for 15 days. Okay. Starting with the Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashami, Ekadashi, Dvadashi, Trayodashi, Chaturdashi. And the fifth one, the 15th one, either will be Amavasya, that means no moon, or Paurnami or Purnima, which is full moon. Okay. So, as I said, are in our Vedic cultures, behind every energy, every impersonal form, there is a personality who is ruling it. For example, there is a demigod, predominating deity for the wind, who rules the wind basically. His name is Vayu. Vayudev. It's again a post. Okay. So it depends, and if that particular demigod he leaves his body early, or if he dies, some other person will come and take that post. Okay. Vayu, Agni, predominating deity of fire. This is a predominating deity for water, predominating deity for rain, who is Indra basically. Varuna is for water, but for rain it is Indra. Okay. Then there are so many predominating deities. For each river, there is a predominating deity, right? Just like how we have different departments, like there is a department of transportation, but there is a person behind it who is the head of it. There is a department of health. Again, there's a person behind it, right? So like that, although these rivers and all this thing, you see, it's all nature and all that, but there is a predominating deity behind all of these natural elements. Okay. Now, as I said, the 15 days is one paksha, right? Each day, that is each tithi, has again a predominating deity behind each day. So like that, Ekadashi is also one of the predominating deity for the 11th day. And this Ekadashi is very auspicious. Okay, just give me one moment. Yes, sorry. Yeah, Hare Krishna. So this is the predominating deity of the 11th day. Her name is Ekadashi. Okay, just because of the name itself, it becomes Ekadashi. So now I will tell who is this Ekadashi. Okay. So this happened in the very first big day of the Brahma when it was a Satya Yuga. Okay, we have four yugas, right? Satya, Dwapara, Treta, Kali. We have the four yugas, right? In that four yugas, in the beginning of the Satya Yuga, there was a demon called Mura. Okay, and this Mura, he was he was always very angry because he is a Rakshasa, right? He is a demon. And he has so much power that he terrified all the demigods. He defeated even Indra, the king of heaven. He defeated Vivaswan. See, we say Surya Dev, right? Surya Dev is a post. But who is the predominating deity? What is his name? His name is Vivaswan. Okay. Then there are 8 Vasus. He defeated them also. Even Lord Brahma couldn't stand in front of him. Vayu, the wind, the demigod for the wind, he couldn't stand. Agni, every demigod was basically defeated in front of him. And with his power, he brought all of these demigods under his control. Okay. There was a similar person who did like this, and who is that?
Ravana.
Ravana. And who else?
Even Kamsa did it, Prabhu.
Not
Kamsa
to
did
the
it.
extent of demigods. And it was Dwapara Yuga by the time Kamsa came. So he's not that powerful to go beyond.
Bali Chakravarti.
Bali Maharaj. Okay. But he didn't defeat Brahma.
Oh, okay.
He didn't.
Jalandhara?
Sorry?
Jalandhara?
Jalandhara.
Yeah.
Who is he, Mataji? I'm hearing for the first.
Yeah. He is like one Ansh of Shiva, but he
He is the cause for death of Abhimanyu, right, Prabhu? He stopped one day, right? That he's the one, right, Mataji, you're saying?
I don't know. I saw
Okay.
in Har Har Mahadev serial, they showed like he's the one Ansh of Shiva. So he captured the whole like Indraloka and all. So that time he made all demigod. So whatever he said, they have to do. Like that, I saw something.
Okay. Okay.
He's also Asur only.
Okay. He's also an Asura. Yeah. They could be. There are so many Asuras. Okay. But they couldn't go until Brahma. But Ravana could go. Ravana did. There was Ravana's previous birth was what? What was the previous birth of Ravana?
Hiranyakashipu?
Exactly. Hiranyakashipu went. He controlled all the demigods. Okay. So like that, there are so many demigods like us, demons, who could control the demigods. Okay. So demigods, what they did, they approached Lord Vishnu and they prayed to him for help. And hearing the prayers and the request from Indra, so Lord Vishnu, he considered them and he became angry, and he said, because he's in that the anger means not like our anger. Okay. So when the sons or when we have our children, when they do some wrong, that we have to show anger. Okay. Anger can also be utilized in the right purpose, in the correct purpose. For example, Hanuman also showed anger towards Ravana and Lanka when they were not ready to surrender or to give back Sita Devi. He showed the anger. So anger is required. Lord Rama also showed anger. Okay. So where it is required to correct someone, you have to show anger. If you do not show anger, then you are at fault. You are one of the reasons that you are fault, because all the children are under your protection, right? So protection means, doesn't mean that only giving food and shelter. No, no, no. Even culturing them. That is why, um, what's his name? You know the Vidura, how Vidura was born? Who is Vidura before he took birth?
Yamraj.
Right. What did he do? Why he fell down to the post of Vidura?
He was cursed with some Muni. I don't remember his name, but Muni gave him curse uh,
Mm-hmm.
because that Muni was punished and punished very for the one that he didn't do. He was punished very badly, and when he asked
Mm-hmm.
why he was punished, then he said because in his childhood he
Did
killed
some.
some insect.
Exactly. Exactly. So I will give you that exam the story. So the history is there in Mahabharata. Okay. In Adi Parva. And I think it comes in the 100th chapter after that. Okay. So there was a hermit, which was called Mandavya. Okay. And there was a Muni, his name is Mandavya. Okay. That Mandavya Muni, he was in deep meditation in his ashrama. So, in the same kingdom, some thieves were being chased by uh, the police of the king. Okay, and all the thieves, they took the shelter near this Mandavya Muni's hermitage. Actually, what they did is they took all the robbers, whatever the stolen property they took, they put it near the ashrama of the Mandavya Muni, and they ran away basically. So the king's men, they caught the uh, the Mandavya Muni, and they also caught the thieves. So immediately the king ordered them to be placed on a trident. Okay, they'll be made to sit on the trident. So the thieves, they died on the trident. But the Muni, Mandavya Muni, was not dead. So imagine why the the trident, right? The middle portion of the trident, it goes through your back portion, it goes all the way through your intestine and goes through the throat, and when it touches the brain, the person dies. And it is very, very painful. Very painful. And that is a punishment given. Kings have to punish. There are 6 atatayinas. Atatayina means aggressors. In our Indian language, we say atanki. Okay, atanki in Hindi, we say. Atanki means terrorist, right? But there are 6 kinds of terrorists. One who steals, okay, who robs others' wealth. One who kidnaps some other's wife. Uh, one who tries to kill you, right? So 6 atatayinas are mentioned. Let me ata. Mhm. So okay, 1 minute. So one who kidnaps, abducts another's wife, one who forcefully takes the land, one who is a robber or a thief, one who takes a weapon to kill you, to strike at you, one who gives a poison. Okay. And the other one is one who's an incendiary. Incendiary means, let me get the word for you. Who catches actually the no, who put fire on your home, all of those basically. So anyway, so this is a king, right? This king, sorry, the Mandavya Muni was caught along with the robbers. The robbers died the moment the Sula touched, and it went through their intestines. He died. They died. But this Muni was, they're very strong, right? So he was not dead. And then the king, what he saw, and then he removed the trident from him and he got Mandavya Muni down. And what happened was then later on, with the power of his Muni, he went to Yamadharmaraj, okay, Dharmadeva, and asked him what was the blame, why did he have to undergo such a pain? And for suffering this punishment, why does he have to do? Then Yamadharmaraj says that in his previous birth, he used to catch some flies or even small ants, and he used to pierce them through the needle from back to the head, from the anus to the mouth. That esophagus channel they used to pierce, and he used to enjoy that. You see, what do you call such people as who enjoys another pain?
Psycho.
Psycho? No, what else? There's another word.
Saddest.
It's very saddest, yes. Sadism, height of sadism. All right. So there's another word also, it's called masochist or masochist, they say. Masochist. Okay. So Yamadharmara says you have done like that for so many insects and ants. Knowingly you have caused pain, and he used to enjoy it. Okay. Imagine when we are killing that, what will be the sin we get? Okay. So Yamadhara, sorry. Then Mandavya Muni asked, when I did that, please tell me what was my age. He said you were at the age of 5 to 6 or something. 5 or 6. Then Mandavya said, as per the rules, right? Anything which when the children, when they do wrong, that sins have to go to their parents or to the elders in the family. They are responsible until they get matured, until that maturity age. Whatever the sins performed by the children is actually goes to the parents. So parents, you have to be very, very careful. Okay. Then he curses that you were sitting in this position and you made a wrong judgment. So I curse you that you may be born in Martyaloka. That means in this middle planetary system where people die. In this Bhuloka, you will be born where you will be born in you will be there in such a position where you cannot exercise your dharma properly. That means he knows the entire dharma, right? He's very dharmic, but he cannot exercise it properly because he's born of a low caste. So that's how he is born again to a Shudrani, and he becomes a Vidura. So why I'm saying this is 1 minute, where that what was the point? Where did I start? Actually forgot. Okay, we were talking about the Ekadashi, right? So Lord, yeah, we have to show anger. Exactly. This is the point I want to say. So if the parents do not show the anger when the children are doing wrong, then they are responsible for those actions. Okay. We're not saying, okay, you abuse a child. No. Anger is sufficient. So first is, first Sama. There are 4 kinds of punishments we do. In our Shastra, it is mentioned what? Sama, Bheda, Dana, then Dandopayana. So Sama means to tell nicely. They don't listen, then Bheda, argument and increasing. Then if they don't listen, try to give some perks. Dana, by giving something. Oh, don't do this, I will give you this. Okay. Then come Dandopine. If they don't listen at all, then you have to take a stick. Danda means stick. Okay. And you have to control. So anger, although you don't want to be angry, you have to show that anger. None of the people, all the demigods or the sattvic people do not like to show the anger, but they have to show the anger. Naturally, they don't want to. But when demons, when they disturb the devotees, immediately Lord Vishnu shows the anger. That's why the epitome of this anger is manifested in Narsimhadev. Okay. So, Lord Vishnu, he became very angry at how he was disturbing the demigods. So, and now Vishnu says, let's all of you now, let's go to Mura's capital city. And that city's name is Chandravati. So they went to Chandravati along with Lord Hari. Okay. And then there was a big fight between the soldiers of Mura and the demigods. Many hundreds of demons were killed by the Lord's hand itself. And finally, the chief demon, who is Mura, he started fighting with Vishnu. First, he started fighting with weapons, then the bare hands. And like this, they wrestled for 1000 celestial years. That means in terms of the years of celestial years, in the sense, see, we have years, no? But our 1 year is considered to be 1 day of the demigods. Okay. So like that, they have 360 days. That means our 360 years is basically their 1 year. Okay. It depends again, the more upper planetary systems you go, the time, it varies a lot. So 1000 such years they basically fought. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. So even after fighting, the Lord, he's always powerful, but for the Leelas, he seemed to be fatigued. He became tired. And then he left for Badrika Ashrama, the current Badrinath, right? So he left to Badrika Ashrama. And there he entered a very beautiful cave. Cave's name was Himavati. And he wanted to rest there for some time. But Mura, he followed him into the cave. And he saw Lord Vishnu was asleep. And he started thinking within his heart that today I'm going to kill who? This person Hari. So while he was making such plans, from Lord Vishnu's body, a young girl manifested. Okay. She had a very bright complexion. And Mura saw that she was equipped with various brilliant weapons. And she was ready to fight. Okay. So and he was challenged by that lady, that female, to the battle. And Mura also prepared himself, and both of them fought. Okay. And he fought with her, and he was surprised that how this girl is able to fight without even stopping, continuously, without even getting tired. And then suddenly what happened, the effulgent the girl, the effulgence which was coming out of her, she shattered all the weapons of Mura in a moment. And even she broke the chariot of Mura. Then he ran towards her to attack with his bare hands. Till now he was fighting with weapons. Now all the weapons, everything was broken. Chariot is also broken. Now he came to fight with the girl with bare hands. And when she saw that he was coming, immediately she cut his hands off. Okay. And then she cut the head also. of Mura. And immediately the Mura, he fell down. And actually he joined with namaskara with that thing he kept, and he fell down. So meanwhile, as this was happening, right? 1 minute. So yeah, Lord Vishnu woke up and he saw the dead demon before him. And he also saw one girl. She was bowing down to him with joined palms. So the Lord was very pleased with the girl, and he said, you tell me whatever boon you want, I will give you. So then she asked, if you are pleased with me and if you wish to give me any boon, then give me the power to deliver people from the greatest sins, whoever fasts on this day. So it turned out that particular day was Ekadashi. Okay, so and this Ekadashi, he actually, Vishnu addresses her as Ekadashi also. Okay, he knows everything. So she was given the predominating deity or the ruler for that particular day, Ekadashi. And what is a boon given to her? That whoever fasts on this day, Ekadashi can cut the greatest of the sins, can destroy the greatest sins of a person, and and she can deliver. So this was the pastime of Lord Vishnu, right? And then she asked some more, actually, one who, especially for those who can't fast, okay? Who can't fast mean not by tongue, because tongue will keep asking and then we don't eat, we want to eat something, not for people like those who are deceased, okay? Those who are pregnant, and those who are very, very old, and then there's no food, and then they have to sustain on certain grains and all that. For them, then she asks, that someone who can eat only in the day or who fasts for one day, this is the credit. Someone who fasts midday, this is the credit. Someone who fasts till evening, this is the credit, and all that. So then the Supreme Lord said that, my dear Ekadashi, whatever you have requested, I have granted. Okay. And all my devotees in this world, they will surely fast on your day. And thus they will become very famous throughout the 3 worlds. And then because of your Ekadashi Vrata, the power, finally they will come and stay with me in my abode. Okay, because you are my transcendental potency. That means, what is that transcendental potency is? You are my Shakti, right? And you have appeared on the 11th day of the waning moon, and that's why I name you as Ekadashi. So if a person fasts on Ekadashi, I will burn all his sins, and I will even bestow the transcendental abode. This is a word that is given to Ekadashi, the promise given to Ekadashi, right? And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that he tells to Arjuna that you declare this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, because I will never give up my promise on the devotees. So he has promised, Lord Vishnu has promised Ekadashi, so he has to do it. So that's why, it's very important that we all, on Ekadashi days, all the Vaishnavas, we fast. Okay. And this, so we are talking about the 11th day, right? So this 11th day, it comes in, how many? Like there are 20, how many weeks are there in a year?
52, Prabhu.
52. So this Ekadashi should appear every 2 weeks, right? 15 days. So that may exactly, if I make it by 2, you will get how much? Around 25. You'll get 25 to 26 Ekadashis in a year. Okay. And every Ekadashi has got a name. Okay. And I will show you those names. See. So we see November, December. The first one is Utpanna Ekadashi. That's over. Mokshada Ekadashi was the last Ekadashi where we had the Gita Jayanti. When we started these classes, it was a Mokshada Ekadashi. Okay. Now this is Safala Ekadashi. Very, very auspicious. Phala means what? Fruit. You will get good fruit. Safala Ekadashi. The next Ekadashi is Putrada Ekadashi. For getting for getting a good child. Okay. So that should come in the end of January. Okay. Putrada Ekadashi will come. Then Sattila, Bhaimi, Vaikuntha Ekadashi or Vijayi Ekadashi, Amalaki, Papa Mochani. Putrada Ekadashi. I think this is Mokshada was last one. Yeah, this is Safala. First week of Jan. Yeah, first week of Jan Putrada. Then the second week of Jan will be Sattila, then Bhaimi, Vijaya, Amalaki, Papamochani, Kamada, Varutini, Mohini, Apara, Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. It will come in May and June. Especially when, because all of the greatness of each and every Ekadashi is a lot mentioned by Lord Krishna to Yudhishthira. Because Yudhishthira asks, what is the Ekadashi that comes in this month, in the Shukla Paksha, in the Krishna Paksha? What is the name of it? What is the significance of it? What happens if one fasts on that day? And which deity of yours? Because you have unlimited forms. So which form we should worship, and all that is meant, Krishna says. So we have like, how many? 25 or 26 Ekadashis. Okay. So one Ekadashi is called, I think now, let's see, Kaikasi Ekadashi. Let's see what is. Mm, okay, I think it's already gone. The Kaikasi Ekadashi. Okay. Okay. So let's see now which Ekadashi is this? It's Safala Ekadashi. Yeah, Safala Ekadashi it is. So it will give you more fruits. What is that fruits? When you hear the nice pastimes of the Lord, is going to give you unlimited fruits, pious credits to you. Okay. And this is especially mentioned, it happens in Mahishmati kingdom. Mahishmati kingdom is basically in mid of Madhya Pradesh to Gujarat. That is a place of Mahishmati. Okay. So, anyways, on this day, because I gave you the background of Ekadashi, now I will tell you about the Tiruppan Alvar, one of the Alvars who was there, who basically appeared in Sri Rangam. Okay, Tiruppan. So this is in Sri Sampradaya. Okay, I was talking, right? There are 4 Sampradayas. It is not Tiruppan. I want to show Tirupati Alvar is coming. Oh, Tiruppan, double P. Okay. Oh, here it is. This is the deity of Tiruppan Alvar. Okay. So this happened in the early days of Kali Yuga. Okay. There are 12 Alvars. Alvar means basically devotees in Tamil language. They call us Alvar. Okay. And this Tamil language, if you see, it is the mother tongue of, which Muni? Tamil language was mother tongue of a very famous Muni. Okay. The Muni's name is Agastya. So Agastya Muni's mother tongue was Tamil. So in the southern Dravida Desha, that is nothing but the South India. Okay. In the South India, there were like 12 Alvars, especially in the Shri Sampradaya, they are mentioned, the Ramanujacharya Sampradaya. So they all appeared before Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya appeared in 1,000 years ago. Okay. Even today, if you go to Sri Rangam, his body is still there, is preserved, and it's a transcendental body. So none of the signs will work there. How come this dead body can stay for long? Yes, it can stay if the Lord agrees. It's a transcendental body of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya is none other than expansion of Anantasesha from Vaikuntha. Okay. So before his appearance, that means now 5,000 years are over in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is totally 4,32,000 years, and that 5,000 years are over. That means still more 4,27,000 years are still there. So I'm talking about the right after the Dwapara Yuga was over and the Kali Yuga started. Okay. And there is Sandhi also. There is some, when they both meet, there are some years. So in that Sandhi Kala, some Alvars were born. They call them Budala Alvars and all that. And every Alvar is a expansion of the Lord's different weapons and different paraphernalia. Okay. So Tiruppan Alvar was an expansion of who? Of Srivatsa. And what is Srivatsa? Vatsa means, what is that? Srivatsa is basically the mark of Lakshmi Devi on the heart. So that mark expands, into Tripanalvar. So see, you see here, we all fell down, right? We all were in Vaikunthas. Everybody of us were in Vaikuntha. Okay. And we all fell down from that position to here. Why did we fall down? Because we were envious of the Lord. We actually fought with the Lord. So much we fought. The Lord was, when a child or someone wants to go out of the house, a very kind parent will not allow. No, 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 you stay, don't go, you have to suffer and all that. But he still runs away. That's how all the love marriages happen. So it's like that. So we fought with the Lord and we came down. The Lord didn't push us. We fought with the Lord. Okay. And why did we fight? Because we had the desire. Why Lord only will enjoy, I also want to enjoy. Okay. So the moment this thing comes into us, immediately we are, we come here. And in this world, you see, there is all dead matter and we are living. There are two things. One is the dead matter is there and we are living souls. We are also there. Okay. And in the material world, what happens? The living soul has to control, right? He also he's Amsha is same, as Krishna says, Mamaiva Amsho Jiva Bhutaha. That means all of you are part and parcels of me, but we are minute and he is unlimited. So we also wanted to lord it over. We also want to control Ishvara. So what do you mean by Ishvara? What is the meaning of Ishvara? Hare Krishna. Any answers?
No beginning, no end.
No.
जिसका आदि ना हो अंत ना हो.
That is with all the souls.
Oh.
Every soul has no beginning and no end. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. It's only that we change the bodies, that's all. So Ishvara, if you see the word Ishvara, it came from what is the root word? The dhatu which we say, the dhatu is basically Isha. Okay. Isha is a dhatu, Ish. And Isha means what? Isha means basically to control. Isha means to control. So Ishwar means what? Someone who controller basically. So Ishwar means to control. His Ishwar means to controller. Okay. So we have controllers within our family. We have a controller, head of the family. Whoever is the breadwinner of the family, they control basically the family, right? And beyond that families, there is a city, the police department, there is a law enforcement, the state laws are there, then the country laws comes. So there is always an Ishwar. So basically the Ishwar means to control. Okay, so we all fell down here. That means why we this controlling capacity, or that attitude is also there in Supreme Lord. That is why we have it. Amsha, I told you, we are all Amsha. Like one drop of sea water also taste salty, and the ocean also taste salty. Qualitatively one. So whatever quality we show, it is also there in the Supreme Lord. So in Supreme Lord wants to control, we also want to control. So that's why we are given this, right? So we try to control over the dead matter, because in the spiritual world, there is no dead matter concept. Everything has a conscious, a table, a chair, every atom, grass, everything has a consciousness. That means everything is one individual soul there. And it is so beautiful that the chair doesn't remain to be chair. Here, if it is a chair, until you break it, it'll be chair only. But in the spiritual world, even the chair will talk. The chair can turn itself into another form, another body. Everything is possible. That's why it's beyond our conception. That's why we say it is transcendental, divyam. Okay, that supreme abode, Vaikuntha, is divyam. Everything is beyond our material conception. Here, any dead matter, it cannot change by itself. You have to do something. Heat it, turn it, cook it, whatever. But there, everything has a consciousness. Okay, so that is why I'm saying, like Tirupana, it's a mark. It's just a mark on Lord's body, but it has got its own consciousness serving the Lord as a mark there. So that marks that descended onto the material world, and we are so lucky that all these great souls, Purushas from Vaikuntha, they appeared especially in India. Why India? As I said, it is the embassy. The whole India is the embassy of Vaikuntha, right? So Tirupanalvar, he was born in the outskirts of Srirangam. So I will show you where it is, Srirangam. See, Srirangam, the deity is a very fascinating story. I will explain the other day, another time. This Srirangam is Lord Ranganatha Swami. Okay, I will show you the deity. It is there. The Swami. Periyalvar. Ranganatha. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Right. You see this? This is the actual deity of Lord Ranganatha in Srirangam. He is in sleeping posture. Okay. And this is the deity that Lord Rama worshipped in Ayodhya. This is the family deity. Every family has a deity. Okay, family altar. So this Ranganatha, and along with the Ranga Mandapam, the whole Vimana, I would say the whole temple was the altar in the home of Lord Rama. Okay, this Ranganath Swami was the family deity of Ikshvakukula. Okay, and there's a whole story how this deity came. This deity is the family deity of Brahma. Brahma gave it to Vivaswan and all that. Later I'll explain. So, in the end of what happened, okay, let me just. Okay. So let's see Ayodhya. Where is Ayodhya? Ayodhya is here. Okay. See, we have Ayodhya here, in this place. So after, the Rama Pattabhishekam was done, when Rama was reinstated as the king of Koshala Rajya and Ayodhya. One moment. What happened is Lord Rama was giving gifts to everyone. Okay. And he gave gifts to everyone. Everyone, the left is fine. After ruling for 11,000 years, Lord Rama was completing his pastimes over there. That time, there was a river. That river is called Sarayu. Okay. That Sarayu river, it comes in the end of Uttara Rama and Uttarakanda, that all the people along with Rama, they used to merge into or they used to take a dip into the Sarayu river, and they come out with transcendental bodies, and all the planes are waiting. Someone wants to go to the upper planetary systems, they go to upper planetary systems, like, Bhuho, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, and Satyaloka, like this, six upper planetary systems. Based on what their wish, they went. And for Ayodhya Vasi, especially, there was one planetary system was made by order of Lord Rama. Rama says to Brahma that all the Ayodhya Vasis, they should enjoy nicely. They should have a separate planetary system. So they had a separate, like Dhruvaloka, they had like Ayodhya Loka inside this Brahmanda only. And some of them who are qualified, they went back to Vaikuntha itself, beyond the material world. There, no more taking birth and death. They went at that time. So when all of them were going, few people were left over. One of them was Hanuman. Okay, and Rama said, "You be here, and wherever this Rama Katha is being said or is being recited, you can, you please be in that association and enjoy the Katha." That is a desire of Hanuman. So Lord Rama granted. Then Vibhishana also came there, because they got to know now Rama is going to leave. So Vibhishana also came. That time, Vibhishana, actually when Vibhishana came before also, after Rama Pattabhishekam, and he looked at this Ranganatha form, and he had a deep desire that he wants to worship the deity. Okay. But he has to go back. Right? It's not so easy to ask Rama's family deity, which is coming from so many previous generations, right? So, but Rama, he knew it. And before he left, right, he said, "I'm handing over my family deity to you. This deity and me, we are non-different. So make sure you take care of the deity very nicely." And then he hands it over to Vibhishana. Okay. And then Rama, he closes his pastimes. Now Vibhishana takes this Rama deity. He has got his plane. And onto his plane, from Ayodhya, he started his, what is that? His journey south to Sri Lanka. Okay. And as he was going through, exactly the time came, I think Panguni Masa, that time came, and what did Rama instruct? That all the services have to be performed nicely as how we are performing. So Brahmotsava time came. It has to be performed. So immediately he started searching for a nice area. He came to Tamil Nadu here, the present day Tamil Nadu, okay? And here he saw this Kaveri river. This is Kaveri river, which you see. Let me show you like this. No. Okay, I'll show you later. So this Kaveri river, and he saw one island there in between the river. And that island was so pacifying, so cooling, and both the side river was going. He liked that, and then immediately he placed the deity there, along with the and he collected few public there, and he performed the Brahmotsava. When this Brahmotsava was performed, all the nearby yogis and sages and great munis and devotees, everybody came there. Why they came there? Because all of them were also praying that Lord Ranganatha should appear there. Actually, they all did great tapasyas. So, and this even Kaveri river, right? Kaveri, the river Kaveri, see, is glorified in our Puranas, as equivalent as Ganga. There cannot be there cannot be any other river as great as Ganga, but Kaveri was equally glorified. Why? Because again, this is one big pastime with the Lord. It happened in Kumbhakonam. I'll explain the other day, some other time. So Kaveri also performed great tapasya, and then she pleased Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu said, "Don't worry, I'll personally come and I'll rest, you know, uh, in this island called Sri Rangam." And this Sri Rangam, you see, both sides the river will flow. Okay, so everybody were being, all of their boons were being satisfied. So the Lord Ranganatha came. Okay, they performed grand Brahmotsava, and then they started to. Now it's time for Vibhishana to take that to Lanka. But Ranganatha is not lifting. He was not able to lift the deity itself. And all the Chola king and the devotees, everybody were requesting, please leave him here, please leave him here. But Vibhishana said, he's my life. I cannot go leave this without him. Because same thing Vibhishana told to Rama when Rama was closing his pastime. He said, you are my life. If you're not there, I cannot live. Then Rama said, don't worry, I'll give you my deity. My deity is as equivalent as me. This deity is as equivalent as me. Then he agreed. Now again here, how can he be apart from Ranganatha? He cannot. But then Ranganatha spoke. The deity spoke. He said that, Vibhishana, I will stay here. Okay. But I will keep looking at your kingdom. That's why such a huge, the largest functioning temple in this world is Sri Rangam, and that is facing south. And what is there in the south is the Sri Lanka. So Ranganatha says, don't worry, I will be facing your kingdom. Always I'll be facing. And you can always come here and worship me. So on certain tithis, actually it is said that they close the doors, and then Vibhishana comes there and he does the archana. Even in Tirupati, it is said all the demigods, they come every day. The Vaikuntha Ekadashi is what? Basically, it's the see, Uttarayana will start, in the mid of January. Uttarayana is their day, and Dakshinayana is their night, basically. So before Uttarayana is basically their Brahma Muhurta. Okay, on Vaikuntha Ekadashi day, which is going to come in a couple of weeks. The next day Ekadashi is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. On that day, Brahma and all the demigods, they line up. Just how we line up in the huge Q complexes, they also line up to have darshan of Lord Venkateshwara in Tirumala. Okay, and the Archakas have confirmed that particular day when they come, they keep all the paraphernalia ready for all demigods, and in the morning they will see that they have been used and all that. Similarly, in Sri Rangam, on particular tithi, Vibhishana comes there. Okay, and this happened, I think, 130 years or 140 years ago. That there used to be a watchman, security guy. He's supposed to lock everything, and normally he locks it and he goes. But one of the servant who was cleaning staff, he was left inside. He was so tired, because, Ranganatha, Srirangam is the only place where there are festivals for 350, 330 or 40 days in a year. Every day there is a festival, except around 10 days in a year. Every day there is a festival there in Srirangam. So whenever there's a festival, it's a huge mess everywhere. And cleaning staff, they have to do a lot of cleaning and they become tired. So he went into the sanctum sanctorum, not in the Garbhagraha. Outside the Garbhagraha, there is a mandapam. There he was there and he was cleaning and all that. And he became very tired and he just dozed off there. Security person did not see him that he was there inside, and he locked it and he went away. So at the night, what happened is Vibhishana, he came there along with his entourage in Divya Rupa. Okay, Vibhishana is still alive. He is not dead. Okay, he is still alive. Like Hanuman is alive until this day of Brahma. He will be alive. Okay, so Vibhishana came there. He did the elaborate worship, so many flowers, and while cleaning up, the servants of Vibhishana with a broom, they were cleaning all the flowers in all those places. They broomed him also into a dust basket, and they went back to the Lanka, and there he gets up, and he sees big transcendental forms of of Vibhishana and all others, and he was totally surprised. And then Vibhishana speaks, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am such and such. I'm a cleaning staff in Sri Rangam and all that." Then he says, "See, you are the Sri Rangam staff, and that's the only reason I am leaving you alive." So he orders, said, keep him back in the same place. So next morning, actually, they take him back and then they place it at night over there. So this happened just 130 years ago, and it was published in some local magazines also at those times. So that great is Sri Rangam. Okay, it is a personal deity of Lord Rama. Now, here there is Urayur. Where is Urayur? Here it is. Okay. You see, this is Ranganatha Swami temple. Okay, here in this, you see there is an entire, all this boxes, layers. I'll show you. It's a huge, this whole temple, entire city is there within the temple. It's not the temple is within the city. No. Whole city is there inside the temple. And the Rajagopuram is here. Okay, huge Gopura that comes in. Okay, where is that Rajagopura? See, this is the Rajagopura. The largest Gopura of on this planet. Okay, and it is facing south. So on this other bank of Kaveri, there is a this place called Urayur. Even now it is there. Urayur is there. So here there was one village where all the musicians are there, and they are called Panas. Pana, and somehow they were later on pushed into the lower caste. I don't know why that happened. Maybe someone did something wrong or something happened. Okay. So this Tirupanalvar was born in that Pan, in the Pana caste, which is considered to be the very low caste, even below Shudra. And they were not allowed, low caste peoples were not allowed into the temples. Okay. So because Kaliga already progressed and all these rules and regulations they started putting. So what he used to do is every day he used to come to the banks of this Kaveri river. Okay, he used to come here and see, imagine here this place, and he used to look at the Gopura, that is the Gopuram of Ranganatha, just straight in line, and it used to be very tall, right? So, and he used to sing transcendental verses, songs to Lord Ranganatha. One day, what happened? That what was the Muni is 1 minute. The Archaka Swami, right? 1 minute. Saranga Muni. Okay. The Archaka's name, Archaka means, see, we don't say Pujari. Okay. Ari means to destroy. Someone who does not do puja properly, he's he's named as Pujaris. Okay. So don't ever say Pujari. Either you say Purohita or you say Archaka Swami. Okay. Archakan or Purohit or Panditji. That is also fine. But don't say Pujari. We don't know the meaning why we are using. Ari means something to destroy. Like Hari, Murari. Hari means to destroy all our bad negative things in our this thing. Murari means who destroyed Mura. Vishnu is called Murari, like that. Ari basically it is destroyed. So not Pujari, Purohita or Archaka Swami of Ranganatha Swami temple. His name is Saranga Mahamuni. Okay, Saranga Muni. So he has to cross this river. I think his home was some on this side. And I said every day there is a festival there, and they used to have a huge groups of purohits or archakas who will do like each festival. So this Saranga Muni had to cross, he has to collect some water from the river and he has to cross and take it. Okay. And that time, this person, what happened he was singing the glories, who Tirupanalvar was singing the glories of Lord Ranganatha. And in transcendental ecstasy, he fell down there. And that actually blocked the way for because see, when you are carrying a huge pot on you, your way have to be very clear. That's why even in Tirumala and even in Sri Rangam, whenever they carry the pot, right, they put it on elephant and then they carry it. You should see the morning Vishwarupa Darshan in Sri Ranga, that there is an elephant. Its name is Andal. So the Archaka Swami goes to the Kaveri, collects the water from the river, sits on top of that Andal, and then fanning on both sides. Two people will be sitting on the elephant. One is Archaka Swami who is holding, the other one is his assistant who will be fanning the paraphernalia. And then there are huge umbrellas again. And there's a Vedanadam, the Nadaswara, that and Mridanga. With that Sammelana, it comes and they collect the water and they go. So when Tirupanalvar was there, that procession was not happening on this side because he was on the other side of the river. Okay, that procession was happening on this side. So the Sarangamani was collecting water on the other side here, and he has to cross. On the way, Tirupanalvar was lying down. So when you are, just imagine you're carrying a heavy load, and the pots you should see, Srirangam pots, Srirangam water collection pots. Let's see if it is there. I don't know. They are huge. You see, this one here. See, they are very huge. If you can see. This one, like this it will be. And the pot itself will be very heavy. And once the water is filled, these are now became smaller. Earlier, it used to be even huge. So what they do like this. They'll keep all the paraphernalia, you see, on an elephant. And an assistant is serving, fanning the paraphernalia of the Lord. Okay, they bring it in this way. So before even he could come to that level, this who Tirpanar Alvar was blocking his way. Immediately, the Sarangamuni became very angry. You're obstructing in the service of the Lord. And some say he kicked him also to wake him up and all that. And immediately he came back to his consciousness, and he said, and he regretted, Tirupanalvar regretted, what I have been obstruct to Lord's service. How can I do that? And he started crying. So meanwhile, Saranga Muni, he took the water, he went into the Srirangam temple. Okay. And when he went there, what happened was the doors, you see, there are Sapta Prakaras. That means there are 7 compound walls. 7, what do you call? Prakaram is what? Praharam. They say Praharam or Prakaram means 7 compound walls will be there. The first is the innermost one, which is right in the temple. So when he came into this here, basically, okay, to this place, the doors shut down. Automatically, the doors closed. And that's the only way. And they kept knocking for so long. Finally, what happens, they all understood some mistake had happened. Something had happened that these doors are not getting opened. Even elephants could not push it, you know. And finally, the voice, Ranganatha, he himself speaks. And he said to Sarangamuni, you have offended my devotee, my dear devotee. And who is that? Tiruppanalvar. So, I'm not going to accept your service until and unless you bring him on your shoulders. So immediately Sarangamuni, he kept the pot over there. He ran towards, he crossed the river and he came to other side, and where Tirpanalvar was crying continuously without stopping. And he said, no, I have to keep you on my shoulders. And Tiruppanalvar was like, no, you are worshipping the Lord directly. Even if you touch me, it is you have to take bath. I'm born in such a low caste. Don't do it. But both of them were not agreeing. And finally he said, this is the order of Lord Ranganatha. He's saying that he will not open the door until I bring you on my shoulders. If I don't do it, then he will not be served. He has to be, hungry, and none of the upacharas will happen. Then he agrees. Tirupanalvar agrees. Then what happens? He brings to this on his shoulders. Sarangamuni carries Tirupanalvar and he circumambulates this whole Uttaravidhi. That means, or they say Chitravidhi, sometimes the last one also. It is such a huge, one side itself is like 2 kilometers. 7 times he had to do a parikrama. Keeping who? Tirupanalvar on his shoulders. And finally, he came to the inside Gopuram, and then the doors opened. And the Lord Ranganath also said, you bring him like that itself directly into my sanctum sanctorum, my Garbhalaya. And his Garbhalaya is this one. Okay. The main sanctum. Let's see if there should be some photos. This is the main photos. This one. It's called Pranavakara Vimanam. This, the top dome over the deity is called Vimana, and here the name of this is Pranavakara Vimanam. So he entered into this Pranavakara Vimana, and there he's seeing Lord Ranganatha for the first time. For the first time, he's having the darshan from top to bottom. So he started glorifying, and that is called Amalanadhi Piran. There are in Divya Prabandham, there are 4,000 verses composed by all the Alvars. In that, there are 10 verses, which is called Amalanadhi Piran. And each Alvar, there are 12 Alvars, I said, right? Some Alvars have written 3,000 verses. Some of them have written 1,000 verses. Some of them have written 100. Some of them have 50. But he is the only Alvar who just glorified the Lord in 10 verses. And that is called Amalanadhi Piran. And what is there? He glorifies the head of the Lord. He glorifies the chest, the hands, the Ananta, the jewelries, the feet, everything. He glorifies while on the shoulders of that, of Sarangamuni. And then he gets down and he merges into the deity of the Lord. So that is the greatness of Tirupanalvar. Directly merges into the deity. Why merging? Because he is a Trivatsa Chihna. That means he is a mark, right? The mark on the heart of the Lord in Vaikuntha. So he goes back to Vaikuntha and he's serving as a mark over there. So this deity, like so many alvars have actually went into the deity, merged into the deity. When they say merging into the deity, it's not that their personality is gone. No, they will be serving the Lord in Vaikuntha even more. Personality doesn't go. It'll still be there. Your personality is, because Krishna says, I'm eternal. If he's eternal, automatically his part and parcels, they're also eternal. So he is eternal, we are also eternals. So eternally we will have, eternal means always. We have no we had some past, we are currently living now, we will have the future also. No way we are going to die. The souls will never die. Krishna says in the second chapter itself, you cannot kill a soul. Soul will always be there. Even if you get moksha, the soul will still be there. Okay. So that soul is, now Srivatsa, he goes back to Vaikuntha and serves the deity. That is the glories of Tirupanalvar. So Tirupanalvar's first darshan and the last darshan was same. First time he had darshan of the Lord, and that was the last time he had darshan with that material body. So that is the greatness of Tirupanalvar. Okay, I'll stop here. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Okay, 9:20. Any questions?
No, Prabhu. No question.
Okay.
I have one question, Prabhu.
Yes, Mother.
I heard that the current Sri Lanka is not Ravana Lanka. I heard that it's somewhere around east or west Maldives.
Okay. So, let me tell you, I also heard that. So, where is this? Hmm. Okay. So they say that there is some Kumara Khandam or something which comes like this and which is all submerged and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
But as per the our acharyas who have mentioned that the Sri Lanka, like see, everything is what is it, shrinked. Everything has shrunk. Why? Because actually the path between India and Sri Lanka is how much? 100 yojana. That is 800 miles away. And the bridge that he built, who Rama and Vanarasena built, was 100 yojanas wide, and the what was that? 10 yojanas wide, 100 yojanas length, 10 yojanas wide, 10 yojanas, 80 miles wide.
Okay.
It's not a small bridge. So over the period of time, the Lord, everything, even the Bhuloka, the entire earth, it shrinks like how we shrink when we don't eat. Like that, it shrinks, and everything is reduced. Now there is something called as Siddha Purushas. Okay, Siddha Purushas are above us, who are who have done great yogic performances, great tapasyas, and all that. Like Vyasadev, Madhvacharya, they're all Siddha Purushas. Okay. Whenever they are there or wherever they are there, that's called like an area, Siddha Loka. It's not a different planetary system, it's on the same planet I'm talking about, but a separate plane, and with that, they can actually, that area, that ashram, imagine I'm talking about one ashram is there, Siddha ashram. And with that Siddhashram, they can travel anywhere on this earth. And they can even go to other planetary systems. Sometimes they descend on this earth and then they descend on near to this great temples and they take darshan of the deities. but it is not seen physically with the eyes. None of we cannot materialize. They will not be seen. But their plane will be there. That plane with all that hermitages and land and everything is there. Like you will see that in Lopa Mudra in Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata, that some of the munis have created an elaborate plane, not like our airplane, that the entire city floats
Okay.
with huge palaces, with all lakes and ponds. And that's an entire city which can fly, like how Lord Ravana had, what is it? Pushpaka Vimana. Okay. It's huge, it is. And it can shrink the rule of Pushpaka Vimana is even if 100 people get in, there will be always a place for one more. So it can take unlimited number of entities people into it. That's why the entire Vanara Sena was there. In entire the Asura Sena of Ravana Sena was also in the Pushpak Vimana, and along with them everybody they came to Ayodhya, right? So like that there are different planes. So Siddha Purushas have their planes, and those planes, right? Sometimes they will be submerged in the ocean also. Okay, where we will not be seen, where they'll not be disturbed, and all that, because they don't want to get disturbed. So it's possible. They say that they live here and all that, but the evidence what we have based on what acharyas have shown is, if you see Ramayana, Trikutachalam, everything comes here, right?
Yes.
Everything comes here. So maybe some portion of Lanka is there. I'm not sure, because Lanka is also, see, Trikutachalam is nothing but Trikonmali here right now. You say
Yeah.
Trikonamale. That's nothing but Trikutachalam. It was huge. And Lanka is not so small, it is huge. It's so
Yeah.
huge. It's so huge that it can go until, as you said, Maldives and all this area. But right now, everything is shrunk, and those transcendental places where Lord Rama, where Sita Devi, they stepped, all of those are still there.
Okay.
But everything is shrunk. That's what I'm saying. And it's definitely possible that Siddha Purushas have the Siddha Lokas submerged in the sea, floating in the air, or it could be found in the mountains, Himalayan mountains. Right? So only a yogi can see it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
All right.
Prabhuji, can you explain sometime about the Bermuda Triangle, if you know anything?
Bermuda Triangle, what I hear, they say Atlantic City and all that, no?
Now, if something flies, most of the planes have they vanished like that. So, is there any mystery things going there, or what is going there? Just I'm very curious about that. So, if you know anything, you can explain some other
Uh,
time.
From Vedic perspective, I do not know much, Mataji. Vedic perspective,
Okay.
actually, I'll tell you, we are all living in Texas, right? You know
Uh-huh.
the river which goes on the border of Oklahoma and Texas?
Trinity River.
No, Trinity, it goes through Dallas. It starts in north of Dallas and it goes through Dallas. But
Uh-huh.
not in the border of Oklahoma
Mm-hmm.
and Texas, there is a river.
Arkansas.
No, Arkansas is a state on the right side. It is called Red River.
Red River. Oh, oh. Okay.
Hmm? You should
Uh-huh.
go and see. Red River is mentioned in Ramayana.
Oh, okay.
Who says? Sugriva tells to Hanuman and all the people, when you
Mm.
go, when you try to travel west
Mm.
or not east, he says, because it's I'm not sure to which group he said. Let me think. I think it was to east or someone. So Sugriva, he's from Hampi, that area.
Mhm.
From there, he says, whoever is going east, all those things, what all things will come. If you go towards west, what all things will come. So even today, there is, I think in Chile or in Peru, I think it's in Chile, that there is on the beach, there is a
Mm.
huge Trishulam. Trishula mark on the beach. Let's see if I can find out in Chile. Okay, I'm not finding it. Huge mark. Okay, it's all mentioned basically in huge mark. I think this is that.
It
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
Parakas. Parakas, I think, Prabhu.
Paracas, is it?
Yeah.
Paracas. This one, correct. Yeah, you're right, Mataji. See, this is mentioned. This whole thing is there. It is right there in the beach of Chile, and this is mentioned in Ramayana. That you will find this. Sugriva is telling to the Vanara Sena that when you go more and more towards west, you will find this. You'll find this mark. Once you find this mark, you do something like that. What you have to do and all that. He said there will be one kingdom here, in that kingdom, make sure you don't go here, you go here, and all those things. Sugriva explains. So from that perspective, I know, but I don't know like anything said about Bermuda Triangle
Okay.
in our Vedas. Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
But Mataji, always there is a possibility of, because there are huge kingdoms which have been submerged. And why they have submerged? Because the people have committed some grave offense.
Mm-hmm.
Very grave offense. That's when, the natural calamities happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Otherwise, natural calamities don't happen. It's not like they don't want to just, all the natural calamities, right? Every one of them have a predominating deity, like Vayu. For tornado, Vayu is there. For excessive rain, Indra is there. For tsunamis, you have like Samudra Deva.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they all have their boundaries? But why do they cross the boundaries? Is because when by the order of the Lord, and what is it order? When there are some grave offenses being done, then natural disturbances will naturally occur.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also mentioned in that whenever a Rakshasa is born, natural disturbances happen. Or when a great devotee, when he leaves the planet, then the earth also cries, it seems. And that's when some of the things also happen. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mataji. All right. We'll just chant Hare Krishna mantra 3 times. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thanks for joining. We'll continue on Monday
Hare
again.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay.
Hare Krishna.